Franklin, Silva, UFC 99, The Comeback. Check your local listings.
I'll first introduce Wanderlei Silva, who was born in Curitiba, Brazil. He's a former Pride middleweight champion. He's a record of 32 wins, 9 losses, and 1 no contest in his MMA career. He's one of the most iconic fighters in all of mixed martial arts. He's been in the most defining fights the sport has ever seen, and is clearly one of the most exciting fighters in the sport. He's a fan favorite. He has wins over Dan Henderson, Quentin Rampage Jackson, Keith Jardine, Ricardo Arona, and Kazushi Sakuraba. In his Pride career, he won 18 fights in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a real pleasure for me to be able to introduce to you Wanderlei Silva.
Thanks so much for everybody coming here today. This is the great day for the history of the MMA, the first event in Germany, and I'm so happy for to have a part of this history. And it's a new market. UFC open new market for the new fighters, because in Germany have a lot of good fighters in all Europe, in all world, but in Germany, especially here. And I'm so happy to have my first main event in UFC. This is great for me, with even a great fighter. I respect a lot of my opponent. He's a great fighter, and I know I and him go to give a great show for the fans. And I want to talk thanks for my fans from our world. He give a message for me in the websites and in my website. And thanks so much.
This is the third time I'll get to introduce Rich Franklin, and each time I get a bit of a chill. Because I always say this, everyone that works in the UFC are also fans of this sport. Rich was born in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's an MMA record of 26-4. He's the former UFC middleweight champion, and interestingly, turned his attention to this career after having taught math in high school. He has a UFC record of 11-3, having won the UFC championship in 2005. He's recently moved up to light heavyweight, but has agreed to come down to fight at 195 against Wanderlei Silva in what will become an iconic matchup. He's one of the top stars in the sports today. He's one of the most athletic strikers and has unparalleled conditioning. He has wins over Matt Hamill, David Loiseau, Yushin Okami, Jason McDonald, and Nate Quarry. This, as I mentioned, will be his 3rd international fight. He's previously fought in Belfast and in Dublin. We're excited to have him on this card. He seems to be one of the chargers helping us to dominate these territories. It's great for me to be able to introduce you to Rich Franklin.
It's an honor to be here in Germany for the first fight. Thank you for having us, and it's an honor to be fighting Wanderlei. He's somebody that I've looked up to my entire career, watching him fight in Pride. So this is an opportunity for me Saturday. I know that we've gotten a little bit of negative press here in Germany, and I think that once you guys see the amount of professionalism and sportsmanship that the UFC brings to a sport like this, the fans here will be more than impressed. So I'm excited for the fight Saturday night, and as Wanderlei said, we're going to put on a good show, so enjoy.
Wanderlei, wherever you go in the world, mixed martial arts fans know who you are. You've achieved so much as a fighter, as an athlete. You have the respect of all your fellow fighters. What more is there left for you to achieve in the sport, and where do you want to be in 2 years' time?
I love to fight. This is so excited for me. For me, the reason for I'm fighting, because I'm starting to fight so young, and this is my life, and the emotion can I have, and the hour can I go into octagon and the crowd start to share is unbelievable, is priceless, and this is so excited sport. The guys are going to see one great show on Saturday. I know the guys don't know this is the first show here, but after this first show, the guys are going to understand who is UFC after this.
Another question for Wanderlei. This is your first fight down at 195. How has it been to lose the weight to come down to 195? Has it been okay?
Yeah, I'm training more. I'm running more. I have more diet. Have it's a little bit harder, but I'm going to have a great performance Saturday in this new division. And maybe it's the first fight in the new division because I have 205 and 185. Maybe then I'm going to open the new division, 195.
Do you think the UFC needs a new division at 195?
Yeah, for me it's a perfect because I am smaller for 205 and maybe it's biggest for 185. For me it's a perfect.
Would you be interested if they created the 195 division? Would that suit you, or would you prefer to be up at 205?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same situation that Wanderlei is in. I'm a really big 185-pound fighter, but I'm a small 205-pound fighter. And a 195-pound class would be perfect for me as well. But, you know, I've made the decision to move to 205, and I'm happy where I am. So I'm just, this show in particular, although it was negotiated at a catch weight, I'm just, at this point in time, interested in putting on good fights.
Franklin, Silva, UFC 99, The Comeback. Check your local listings.